Hello and a very warm welcome to the Grassroots Weekend, the show. We're into the Saturday and I'm just hoping if you've had your league games today, if your league started, wherever you may be, everything went really well for you and you had no problems. Loads of respect towards the referees, loads of encouragement off the parents, the grandparents, the aunties, the uncles, the brothers, the sisters, all towards the kids and the referee as well. And the committees, because they don't get taught about it all. They've been working a long time to get your fixtures all ready and pick on all the referees to do your games as well. Let's just hope you had no shortage of referees. If you did, we'd love to hear from you. Mal at don'ttexttheline.com. Well, I'm not live, it's still a recorded show because I've travelled back from holiday today. Hopefully I have, because obviously the recorded show is at the moment. And we'll give you updates on how the holiday went, but it was a working holiday. Hopefully we've had the good weather. You can see I'm wrapped up here, ready. Well, I am. I'm here. September, no heat wave. This is what the weather forecasters have told us. Unfortunately, that is out the window, so I think we're now going to start slowly but surely move into a little bit of colder weather. Whether you're going to be up for that, I'm not too sure, but all the gear comes out now. The winter gear's in the wardrobes. Get it out, dust it down, get it ready. Rain's coming. We normally get that, don't we, in September. As soon as the season starts, which we're in, hopefully. If not, I know the Wanton Kirkdale, they start tomorrow. I think they do anyway. 10th, 11th, yes they do. And I'm not too sure about the North Liverpool JFL. I think that starts today as well. So wherever you've been, I hope everything went well. And I'll catch up with Connor and Bob not too distant future. And I'll see Dave and Ian hopefully tomorrow, maybe, and catch up with a few of the referees and a few of the managers as well, because they're all ready to go. How do you get on? Have you got all your gear ready, prepared for tomorrow's kick-off? You've got the balls, the nets. Well, you don't need nets really if you're on 3G, 4G, but if you're on the grass pitches, have you put the nets up? I think they're all supplied. And I just hope, well, I wouldn't have thought the rain is going to be that heavy through the week that we were away. So we should imagine it's a good start to the season. You're all getting there and we're all playing the game of football as it goes. Enjoyment, that is what it's all about. The groundsmen have probably been doing brilliant jobs on all the grass pitches, and I just hope, you don't know this if you're out of town from Liverpool, but the Geoffrey Humble, I really hope that those grass pitches can start getting played on the Wanton Kirkdale. They're going to waste. It's been about 3 years, if not more, that they haven't been used for. So people say they've got a drainage problem, but come on, they've got a football problem at the moment. So councils, please let us get some grass football. There's nothing better than a bit of grass football, going out there and watching it, because it makes a difference. Slide tackles, bit of mud on the kits. This is what you're not getting on 3G pitches and 4G pitches. We miss all that. I'm sure the mums don't miss all that, and some of the managers, because they're washing the kits all the time. And now you can send them off brand new, spanking new. There's no mud stains anywhere, is there? And anyway, didn't the washing powder used to get all that out? It did you when I used to have kids years and years ago. We used to get a white kit and everyone says, why have you got a white kit? Well, do you know what? That white kit was the best ever kit I bought. Every single week it was immaculate. It was pure white. It stayed clean. The kids loved it. I loved it. And I wonder where that went to. I think I'd give that away to someone. It was brilliant, honestly. And the name of the club was Kids 2000. Who was part of that? Come on, get in touch with me, Mal at don'ttexttheline.com. I still catch up with one or two of the lads around football. They've all got kids now. They're all watching their kids playing the football, and they've learnt a lot from me. Yes, the gaffer who used to be their manager, and honestly they were really respectful then and respectful now. It's great to see them all, and it is nice to see that they're all doing well also. Not often you can say that, is there, about kids that you've had in your football team. They grow up to be cracking dads, and they're away watching all the teams, and they're still in touch. One or two still come in the studio and text me every other day, so that is brilliant. That's what it's like, managers who've got youngsters at the moment, that you haven't been through all that when you've all grown up, and you've taken them into a under 16s, I think I took them to, and then I had to fold it and just carry on with my Don't Cross the Line campaign, a RevSpec campaign, and now my Heart of Gold initiatives, which we're getting loads of support on, so we need you to support us on that one. And as I say, I'm not here at the moment, or I should be here, but I'm hoping to be back tomorrow. If not, well, I've got to be. I can't record a show. I need to get back, but I can't really promise. I may have to record the show because the simple reason I don't know whether I'm getting held up. Do I? We don't know whether we got home, whether it proved positive. I'm not too sure. All the rigmarole. There's going to be some talk to you next Friday, anyway, a week Friday, which will be on the what day are we talking about? The 16th, the Friday. So I should imagine if I don't do a post beforehand, I'll let you know how it all went in Ibiza and whether we enjoyed it, you know, or whether it was just a nightmare. And it makes my mind up whether I'm going to go to Cyprus next year, so I'll let you know on that one. But in the meantime, you've had your game of football. You are looking forward to your games of football tomorrow. Please get in touch with me. Let me know what it's like. We've done a post the other week about how much it cost you on the football teams. That was a lot of money. We're talking to Johnny from JFC Kirby Town, and we were talking to the old lady from Longmore. And do you know what? Those figures are absolutely scandalous, to be honest, because you've got to do a lot of work now. If you didn't have your sponsor and you just had yourself and you were collecting your subs off your parents, which we used to do years and years ago, sponsors were very, very hard to get hold of, but they seem to be a lot easier to get hold of now and work with you, because many teams have got sponsors all over their kits, and some teams have got 15 teams, whatever it is, 60 odd teams, they've all got sponsors. So businesses are doing a really, really good favour to all grassroots football. And we got a sponsor just before the start of the season. Thankfully we found 2 teams for our sponsor, but it was hard going. It tells me that grassroots football isn't as bad as what you'd make out to be. There's clubs out there with 60 odd teams doing well, collecting the subs, and no complaints at the moment. So football is thriving. Grassroots football must be thriving. I'm not too sure about the referees at the moment. I'm sure the first week is going to tell us a lot more than what we think. I haven't been in touch with the county FAs. We're individual now. We've gone, when we say we broke away a little bit from the county FAs, we're independent and we're doing our own thing again with grassroots football. We'll talk to the referees, won't get involved as we did with the referees. Certain things, circumstances changed our minds on that one. And obviously we just make sure that all the referees are looked after, because they're the targets. Yes, they become the targets, as I turned around and told you in Grassroots Football podcast the other day. The referees are there to do a job, and verbal abuse and aggressive behaviour seems to be the end thing in grassroots football. Not in every game, because the majority of people are brilliant and they just respect everything that's going on within football. But we have a minority who just blame the referee for everything. Whistle goes, that was their fault, that wasn't our fault. Why, you know, you've got it wrong, referee. And 99.9% of the time, those parents or irate spectators will tell you that that referee is wrong on every decision that they make, because they're the best in the world, and they have not done a referee's course. Not done a referee's course myself, but I understand it's a tough job. It is a tough job, but you've done your course, you've got your certificate, they haven't, so you know a little bit more than them. So take no notice, go on deaf ears, and please, wherever you are, irate parents as well, take a back seat. If you can't be supportive enough to the young referees out there, and even the senior referees out there, then please stay away from the game. It's not going to do it the best ever if you're not there. You've got to encourage kids to play football. You've got to encourage referees to turn up week in, week out, because without the referee there is no game. We've said that for many, many years. We've been going since 2003, into our 19th year now, nearly going into 20 years, wow. And we've got a lot more to offer, a lot more to try and do on Touchlines, because irate behaviour is not going to go away very, very quickly, is it? Now, we're talking about 19 years that we've still been combating it. It is making a difference. People are getting on board, people are working together, people are working as a team and making a difference in grassroots football. And you mums and dads out there, you've got to respect those referees. You really have. You've got to make sure that you go out there. If it was your child getting the verbal abuse that they get, would you want them to play football? No. Would you want them to be a referee? Because some of these kids want to be a referee. You've got to take a back seat. And I talked to quite a few parents who turn up and watch their kids. They really look after their children. They're a little bit worried about them going into tough games they're watching the back, so others will just stand back and just let those referees go on their own and do their own games because they think they're good enough, but they're all kids at the end of the day, and this is what we get rammed down our throats. They are kids, they are minors, so you have to be aware that you are an adult, so safeguarding matters come into effect. But if some parents are just allowing all their kids to go and play football and not even watch them, then there's a bad message there somewhere along the line. I know not every parent can make it, they've got commitments, but at least someone, an adult, should be going with them to make sure that they are looked after as well. Don't forget that, because it is a safeguarding matter. And we talk about referees, well, we talk about the safeguarding online in the FA. If you look at that safeguarding course online, if you've done it as a manager, you should know that it's against the law to contact a minor, to put their phone numbers in your phone book, to contact them about refereeing games, about playing games. It should go through the parents. It should be on a WhatsApp group and the parents should be in there, not the minor themselves. And I'll guarantee you, there's referees out there who are 14, 15, 16, who've got every adult's phone number in there and arranging games themselves. Now, heed the warning, it does state on the FA website, not me, that that is against the law to contact a minor. So why is it? It's happening both ways. The minor's fault and it's the adult's fault as well. So managers, coaches, beware, just a warning out there that you should respect what the FA is stating, and the FA should take action if they suspect a minor or an adult to be in contact with each other. That's all, it's simple as that, and it's safeguarding, because I wouldn't want my grandchildren to go through all this, and my kids, they're all grown up now, but you know, you've got to safeguard every player on the pitch, every referee who are minors themselves. You've got to make sure that they're okay, because this day and age, you really don't know how safe it's going to happen, it's going to be. So I'm only just giving you the safeguarding that I've learned, and I've got booklets on it everywhere. Please, I go through the parents a lot when I'm talking to a referee, and it's nice, parents can drop off, but as long as the adults, that's what I used to do. I used to walk around, I wanted to safeguard many of the young referees out there, but as I say, we've taken the back seat now. Don't cross the line, we'll just make sure that they'll talk to the parents, and we'll talk to some of the referees. Don't worry about that, making sure that they are okay. I'm not just going to drop everything, I'm going to make sure that they're looked after and they feel safe when they go to referee a game as well. And you as an adult, you as a manager, you as a dad, mum, you would respect what we're doing as well, because we are protecting the young minors when they go out there on the field of play. We'll have more volunteers out and about as well doing that, and work closely with the committees in the league, because some committees cannot get out and walk around and watch these games because they're stuck in there, putting the fixtures out, getting the referees organised. It's a lot of hard work for them. They've been working at it all year, and they're going to be working at it right the way through the season. So give them some respect as well. Give them a pat on the back, because they're the ones who are putting your fixtures out week in, week out, and they're finding the referee for your game. So there you go. How safe are all the kids? So make sure you do your safeguarding online, the FA. I've got all mine, I've got everything, the DBS checks. Now, referees should not be refereeing if they haven't registered or they haven't got a DBS check as well, and you're quite entitled to ask the committees, are they registered? Quite, you know, the league should have all that statement, it should be down there, and they should know what referees are registered and what referees aren't, and if they aren't registered, they shouldn't be in those leagues refereeing. Same goes with a manager. If they're not DBS checked and they haven't got their level 1, 2 coaching badges, which the FA state they should have when they go out there on the touchlines, they should not be in charge of a game either. So, FA, it's down to yourselves. We used to help out with that one when Gordon was there in the FA, the county FA. We used to report back, but let's take the back seat now, and it's up to you, because I'm not going to ask that question anymore, whether you're safeguarded, whether you're a TBS check. I suppose that's up to the parents to ask you, because their child is in your care. So I'm sure you can prove to all those parents that your managers are all safeguarded and DBS checked before all the games kick off. It's as simple as that. We've got to work as a team, we've got to make sure that every child is safeguarded out there, safe in the hands of a coach, manager, no problem whatsoever. But that is again down to all the committees to make sure and ensure that, and all the FAs to make sure that they are doing the relevant checks to make sure, and I'm sure they were supposed to do that last year. We were given loads of feedback last year. This year, we're taking a back seat and just leaving it to the FAs themselves. That's all we can do. The XTL will be doing different initiatives like the Respect campaign. We've just been talking about making sure that everyone's behaving on touchline, and we'll be looking to give awards out hopefully next year, and we're going to have a nice sponsor to do that on our behalf. Also, we'll be doing the Heart of Gold initiatives. Now you may have heard of that. That's all about vulnerable children, disadvantaged children, children who can't participate in sport activities due to injury, due to catching viruses, due to not being able to get involved basically. And that's what we're trying to set up. And it's going to be a charity eventually, and this is why we're doing, you've seen us doing activities. We've done a marathon to help one child. We've done the Three Peaks, National Three Peaks, to help the Heart of Gold initiatives. We're building up funds. We have to build them up, and we're not talking about, oh, we'll give you money, we'll give you this, we'll give you that. No, we'll let you know exactly how we're going to do it. We sort the panel out, and it's going to be great for grassroots football, I assure you. And we're going to have little competitions as well to raise funding, and you can help us raise funds as well. DXTL Heart of Gold, grassroots Heart of Gold initiative. So please, please get involved and support us. And you can go on GoFundMe and look at that. DXTL Grassroots Heart of Gold initiatives. Okay, we've got 4 minutes left in the show, so we're making sure that we're all honky-dory and we're carrying on and doing what we do best. And hopefully, as I say, we'll have a great show for you tomorrow, but you've got to behave on those touchlines. Coaches as well, managers, not just the parents and spectators. Coaches and managers should be right along there as well, and showing an example to the parents and to the children who they have on their pitch, because they're the team. So again, we'll just say it's down to the managers and the coaches. We're putting a lot of onus on yourselves. We know you don't get paid. We know you're fantastic volunteers, but you should also make sure that there's no verbal abuse or aggressive behaviour coming from the touchlines. The bullying, the racist comments, you don't want that, so nip it in the bud before it happens, before it goes. As we said in last night's show, you have to look after those kids who are in your care while you are on that touchline. Many managers out there will do that, but there's some new managers just coming along who are unsure of it, so if they're unsure, you can help them out as well. Let's just make grassroots football the safety aspect this year. Make sure everyone enjoys themselves and no one has to get reported, no one gets sent off. Yellow cards, red cards are all in the referee's pockets, and everyone is enjoying the game as it should be enjoyed. Kids are smiling, referees are enjoying themselves, and everyone's just getting on with their sport activities and having a fine time, because they're all back at school and they're all planning for Christmas. Yeah, it's going to come, isn't it? We can't get away from it. It's on its way, and so is the poor weather, no doubt. So I'd like to mention as well about young commentators. I hope Wayne got Zoom sorted last night. I'll be in touch with him if he did. Hope you kids enjoyed yourselves. It'll be nice to be back next week, and I'm sure there's going to be one or two celebrities that will have our young commentators doing. And we're going to concentrate very soon on you going out and interviewing parents, referees, spectators, committee members. You, the kids, will have the microphone and you'll be in charge of your interviews. And we'll go together and make a few notes on how it's going to be done. And we'll probably film you as well. So that should be very interesting, not just for our young commentators, but for you who are involved in grassroots football as well. So we need teams to volunteer. We also need teams to get involved with our Heart of Gold initiatives. Please, we're looking towards a skydive and Hadrian's Wall in 2022. We'll have the sponsor forms out ready, so you can raise as much as you possibly can, and then you can go and enjoy yourselves on a skydive or on a gorgeous walk. I've got all the gear, I'm ready to go in that again. Never thought I'd get through the National Three Peaks the way it was, 8 weeks without training, and I managed to do it without that. So I would have done it even better if it had got those 8 weeks training in. But the body was there, everything was about me was fantastic, and I've got to make sure, if I've been eating all this food and all inclusive in IB, that I've got to really work that off now, and I've got to concentrate. I did do it last year. I trained through Christmas, not too sure with the foot. Well, that'll allow me to do a lot of training and running, but I'll really go to town on my fitness once again you need any advice on your food that you're eating, give us a shout. Mal at don'texttheline.com, and as a friend on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, all the social network sites. In the meantime, we've finished our show, so we'll see you tomorrow night at 7 p.m. So don't forget, if you're out and about, grassroots football, loads of respect on and off the field of play. We'll see you tomorrow at 7 from myself, Mal Lane, all the team here at the Grassroots Show, Don't Cross the Line and Respect programme, and also our Hearts of Gold initiatives. Have a great night, put your feet up, relax, and we'll see you tomorrow at 7. Good night, God bless.